Back in July, the bun got the COVID. I did still manage to finish up a few videos, but no music. I spent quite a few weeks living in this fog and zero energy, even after testing negative. I'm horribly behind, almost to the point of failure. But for some reason, I can't help but think.
Sometimes a setback might actually be a set up in disguise.
Hey, I'm the Bun, that 50-year-old baritone guy from the internet. We are here to figure out how to earn a living as a solo artist in super niche music in 2022. And we're going for it despite challenges like Asperger's, mere movement, or average musical skill.
Inconsistencies and consequences. By the end of July, I was out of cash and I knew I wasn't going to be able to pay the studio rent come September. I could have gone into debt to keep it or get rid of it and move my activities to where I live. Bun Labs V1. It is over. End of an era, I guess is what they say. The big takeaway in all of this. Number one is balance. You know, balancing out the art and the business, getting a little bit more serious about the business side of things, making sure that I'm okay. On the creative side of things, the big problem there really is task switching, you know, going from the video to the audio to the admin stuff. It's been really tough to get my head out of one of them and into the next effectively. So we need to sort of restructure things or think about that and figure out how to do that better. Number two is banking videos, banking music, getting ahead with music and videos so that when I have a big setback like I did, that I'm not actually super set back. I really need to figure this out. I think it's a challenge that most creators have. This is the new temporary space, and in some ways, it's a little bit bigger than the old space. In other ways, it's a little bit smaller. The lens is very wide, so it probably makes it look bigger than it is. The only thing is that the whole place is open. So if we take a look up here, this gives you an idea of how open it is. There is almost the top of the whole building, and this here is the bottom. And it's all wide open. Right now I need to finish this video and some new music, and I don't have time to fuss with this at the moment, so I have a temporary studio. For now, I am doing things on the dining room table. I'm editing this video here, and I'm working on current foreign stuff here, and as soon as I'm done that, I'm gonna finish down there and move all of this down there, and then that will be temporary until we can move to an actual production space. What are the primary income streams and how do we make them better?
Downloads and streams. New releases really help drive the awareness, and they're a great reminder of what's already out. So making new music a priority, which I'm back on, just haven't released any yet. Some tweaks that I can do, things that I've overlooked, would be maybe adding a bundle to my website for folks who would maybe like to grab all of the official releases and offer all of my releases as one bundle for a slight discount. If people are interested in the complete discography of my demos, you can get all of those on my Bandcamp. Videos earn ad revenue, and they do best when they are weekly. If I release videos every week, it generates a little bit more ad revenue or more consistent ad revenue. Something I should consider is short form videos that address a lot of the popular questions, not a Q&A, tackle very specific production questions, very specific release questions, all that kind of stuff. And with those, I could probably do 4 in a day. One thing that I really have to figure out is me doing videos and music at the same time is really, really hard. Filming while I'm writing and recording in any significant way has been really impossible. I can put a bird's eye view camera up, but I can't like be fussing with shots and lighting and all that kind of stuff. Knowing this, I really need to look at ways to think about it differently or approach it differently so that I can get more mileage out of what I'm doing. Moving along to assets. Recently, I released a Foreigns MIDI drum library, a feedback library, and a guitar and bass IR pack. Because of COVID and moving and all that kind of stuff, I really haven't made much noise about those things. It would be a good idea if I start making short little videos explaining what these things are and different ways that you can use them, and maybe address some of the technical setup questions or whatever. Additionally, I'm sitting on a whole bunch of yet to be released assets. So Wetlands Drum MIDI, the complete discography of drum MIDI, all of the complete songs, as well as all the loops and fills, and the Vens complete drum library, which is all of the songs and all of the loops and fills. There's a lot of potential just sitting here that could be helping other creators and helping to pay the bills. One big problem with merch that I have, even though I am a designer and I like design, I have a really hard time designing for merch. I don't wear printed things. So I gotta think about merch differently from the point of view of like what would be fun graphics and stuff like that. Additionally with merch, there's now these service provider options. You can have your same merch provider across all platforms. Memberships are great. And if it wasn't for memberships, all the folks with me at Patreon and YouTube memberships, I really wouldn't be here. Huge thanks to all the folks. It's all these folks. I've been very passive about memberships, and I should probably mention it, a little bit more than I do. I need to change the way that I work and the way that I think. I've tried multitasking in the past, just having a to-do list and attacking it. I'm 4 days in and I'm realizing that the thing that makes the big difference is space and structure. If I place a hard cut between music, video, admin, design, etc., I can tend to all things daily. This is what's working right now. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Music. Practice for 30 minutes and then write, compose, and produce for the rest of the time. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Lunch. Eat away from the work. As soon as I'm done, queue up a podcast and go for a walk. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Video. Whatever needs to be done for video. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dinner. Eat, take a walk, and then meditate for 30 minutes. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Assets, website, merch. One of those things, one thing at a time. It's easy to give up when things go bad. It can look like this giant mountain that's in our way and we'll never get over it. But if we break it into like small little pieces and focus on one thing at a time, we should be able to get going in the right direction. Losing the space is a real bummer, but if I can make this new space work, I can put a lot more resources into growing things and making everything better. I'd love to know if you've ever been forced to change or give up something that has sort of worked out for the better for you. Let me know in the comments down below. You can find all the links to do with everything in the description down below. That's it for this one. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you in the next one.